Hello, everyone, and welcome. I, of course, am the Kilt Man, currently sitting in for El Jefe for CMLL. Tonight, I am joined by God themselves, which is just,
I don't know about all that.
I had to play into the joke because hilarious that Mikey accidentally called you God, and it was a good chuckle. I love it.
Indeed.
Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Agent Lo-Fi. I had a guy come in earlier during NXT and say, and tell me to say grenades 10 times fast. I'm like, no, I'm not saying that. And he typed a GER space dash NADES. I'm like, what are you trying to get me to say here, dude? Like, I'm not going to say it.
Nate, what? I don't get that. But okay.
Couldn't tell you. Could not in the slightest figure it out. But as I said, we are here tonight to talk about CMLL, which I have no idea about. So I'm going to be introduced to CMLL via Papa Oso here. So he's going to kind of lead me on this cool another side of Lucha that I don't get to see because I only get to see tidbits of Triple A when I'm scrolling TikTok.
I think we're also going to be relying on a lot of Agent Lo-Fi on this one as well.
Oh, good.
Because he gives us a lot of really cool information when we're doing our thing. So
fantastic. I love it when we actually have a little bit of fun chatters and people who come in. I miss quite dearly our good friend of the channel, Nick, whenever he would come into our main WWE roster shows and tease us. Unfortunately, he's always busy. And that's a long time to watch Lucha because just getting into it.
So yeah, Agent Lo-Fi is the man when it comes to it. I mean, seriously.
That's cool. All right, so let's get on to this first slide, which is
yes. I'll tell you, anytime that we have this on the screen, the more and more I've watched them, the more and more I have absolutely fallen in love with them as a team because they're just fantastic. I love them. They work good in the ring. They're fantastic. I love them. Of course, I love both of these groups. Good Lord. But this was a good opener. I am one of the worst when it comes to Lucha because it could be the worst Lucha match ever. And I will be like, I loved it because I just love the Lucha style. And just to watch it and not just to watch it, to experience it, because I get to experience it, they are like on fire and I love them. I love them for it. Oh, they're having a meet and greet? Man, hey, I don't care. I would be there. I would be amongst the sea of ladies, but I would be there because they are on fire right now. And so any chance we get to see them is a gift, truly. But no, this opening match kind of set us up for the night, as it always does. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Mikey usually fills in all the rest of it. I just say, hey, I enjoyed this match and a little bit about it. But so, Kilt, this is on you now, man. Oh my God, I wish that'll be. I wish I could. There are days I wish I lived in Mexico because I would go to every one of them. Wow, that's fantastic. Oh, that's going to be a good match.
That does sound okay. From what I understand of a hair match, I understand that a little bit more than a mask. I understand that in a mask match is super important. That's a retirement match in some cases, from what I understand. Now, granted, again, I'm the newest of the new when it comes to the luchas. I learned everything through Rey Mysterio, and now with Mikey teaching me a little bit, me looking into AAA and LaFleur coming into NXT and, along with Penta and Rey of Phoenix. And I'm still cackling about how over Day Americano is. And now they brought back. Okay. That's interesting because I again, as I said, I knew.
Yeah.
I'm an understanding of.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm an understanding thing. You lose your match, you really can't. You now have to start basically your career over per se. I again, loose understanding.
No, it's cool. We've seen several, and they're super emotional. One of the most emotional ones that I can remember was the Euphoria one when Euphoria lost his mask. I was in tears. I was just in tears. But yeah, they lose their mask and they almost kind of reinvent themselves a little bit. At least that's the way it's perceived from me. They're a little messier, but they're pretty cool too. Yeah, it's an easy direction change. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. Let us move on.
Yep.
To number 2, which is
oh my God!
Just looking at this lineup, knowing nothing, like I know nothing. This match looks like it's good. It's a lot of fun.
The team of Persephone, Dark Silhouette, and Olympia. Those are my girls. Persephone is my girl. I don't care. Good, bad. I don't care. She is my girl. She is ass in the ring. And so is Olympia and Darcy. My God. Now, over on the other side, India Sui and La Horchita, I love both of them. I'm not as familiar with, but I'm a little bit familiar with. But these three women, and I always say this, and I might be a little biased on it, but I think the women's matches are so much more brutal than the men's matches. The women are there to tear each other apart. And I'm not saying the men don't do that too, but the men's matches to me feel almost like choreographed. It's almost like a dance. And the women's are just like, I'm gonna destroy you. And yeah, I knew Olympia was on tour in Japan. I did not know Dark Silhouette was out injured. Oh my goodness. I am so behind. Ari just came in from Japan for. Oh, okay, cool. I liked her. I really did. I liked her. I've heard of her, but I wasn't 100% familiar with her. But I really enjoyed it. Of course, the Amazona matches for me, are always gonna be like top notch because I just love watching these women just destroy each other. I don't know what that says about me as a person, but anytime Persephone is in the ring, she's my girl. She can do no, she can, she's my girl. It was great. I love this. And I'm so glad that Dark Silhouette like I said, I didn't know she was out on injury, but I'm really glad that she's back because she's fantastic in the ring. That's all I got. Oh, I think we had mentioned something about that last time we were here. I think we talked about India Sui was going to be doing it or tour in Japan, not Japanese tour, but that's cool.
I think so as well. I think having a chance to go over to Japan for any wrestler, any lucha, basically anybody, just to get a more international mindset to themselves as well as also additional skills helps them in the long run. And so, yeah, that's all I got. I'm going to jump to the next one, my good sir. And the next one is
Me. I mean, I love Captain Suicida as well, but man, Utani is ever since I have been introduced to him, and ever since I was introduced to him here, because I think Mikey, it was very close to being my number one. But I think Utani is just savage, man, in the ring. I don't care who he's fighting. I am man, he's just so damn good. But again, Captain Suicida is too, and I love Captain as well. So it was a match I didn't know I needed. So it was fantastic. God, it was so good.
awesome. It's Mikey's slowly getting me to start to watch more and more stuff. And I'm probably going to pick up Triple A next just because sometimes I don't remember exactly who does some of the commentary. I know JBL's on it, but I believe Ray does some translations. I don't know because I saw a TikTok and hey, I'm a WWE guy. Let me be clear here. I'm not saying I like one over the other. I'm just saying where I start and what I know, and then I'm going to expand from there. It's hard enough for me to catch on to mystery wrestling right now and progress because I volunteered for both of those, and I'm probably going to tell Mikey I'm not going to do mystery tomorrow because I just want to go straight to sleep as soon as
Amen, Agent Lo-Fi. Amen.
I won't deny that. I will not deny
Amen.
that. But again, what I saw was just one clip of potentially okay, I learned Spanish in high school. I took 2 years of it, and I had one of my friends during school was my second year of Spanish was Colombian. I had a bunch of Cuban friends because I'm in Florida. What do you expect? And, and I know how to say my word. But also, rewind a little while, when I was in elementary school in DC, Fairfax County actually did a thing called Spanish immersion, where you learn Spanish, or not, it's like you learn 2 subjects in Spanish. So I learned science and math in Spanish, and I didn't
Wow.
speak a lick of it.
I
I
did
didn't have German. I wanted German. Do you know how I went to Germany? Like, literally, for 2 years, I was in Germany. If I hadn't known German, it would have been so much nicer, but I didn't. Anyway,
So I have to let me interrupt you for just a second. I just want to say this. This is kind of probably a hot take. I watched a couple of the Triple A's, and Triple A to me feels very commercial. CMLL to me feels more realistic, like more real, like raw, sort of like, yeah, this is our thing. Triple A feels a little commercial to me.
okay.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, because I've only seen two 2 of them. WWE now, no offense.
Fair.
Fair enough. That's fair, and I don't know Triple A before it became what it became, so
Yeah, I only know it
Oh.
because of everything I keep seeing.
Here's another one. So, I am not familiar with Mansoor and Mason Made. I'm not Madden. I'm not familiar with them. So, this one, you know where they're from? Are they from, like, AEW or something? I don't know.
I
I
couldn't
couldn't remember. I couldn't follow this match very well, which is unfortunate because I love Angel but see, I liked this one. I thought it was a good match. I did. I just got lost in it because I don't know the other team, and that's probably my okay, they are AEW. Okay, or ROG. Okay, ROH. Okay. So see, I'm not familiar with them, so I didn't feel connected to this match as much as I thought I would. It was good. Now, if I had to look at it, and I will say, Agent Lo-Fi, if I had to look at it from a technical standpoint and all that, then I would be like, yes, this is probably the number one match of the night. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the match. It was wonderful to watch because oh yeah, absolutely. Crowd, that's the thing. I think that's the one thing that kept me in this match is that the crowd was so into it. But I mean, other than that, I'm just not, I don't know. It was a weird match for me. So I don't know exactly what it was about it, but it was good. So back to you, sir.
Well, sir, then I shall do what as we always do, and I will say, let us move on, good sir. And next up, we have this.
Agent Left Eye, I agree with that. All right, so this one, of course, this is Silverano Jr., who again is another one that I love. Hold on one second.
Well, we take this brief commercial. Dang it.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was going to do a commercial break.
And this is what I was about to say. I did not like at all. No, they did not. This felt to me like a Mexican equivalent to an American squash match that was poorly planned. And because again, I'm not all that familiar with Johnny over here. I'm very familiar with Johnny Jr., it did. Yeah, this match was probably my least favorite match of the. Yeah, so yeah, this was I kind of put this on so I'm gonna double speed it. I still wanted to watch it, but I didn't want to have to sit through it. If that makes any sense. So
That makes sense with me because there's a lot of technically there was one match that I could have done the same last night, which was the main event for NXT. I was not happy with it.
this was so bad.
I was not happy with the story that they're trying to do. It's like they realized on main roster. We're not gonna get into it. We'll talk about this after. But yeah, how many more slides do I have? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 more slides. All right, cool. I didn't look at the slide count beforehand. I should have.
Okay.
But anyway, let's
Yeah, we can move on. Yeah, this
move
was
on.
not that great. This has got my baby daddy in it.
This seems like this is going places. Just okay. I'm going to take a dry take on everything I'm looking at here. We have the leopard print leotard, which reminds me of. Do you ever see the movie Fanboys?
Yes.
The actor who played the character, the actor who played the character that got cancer at the end of the movie, at the end of the I think it was like Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi came out. That's who this reminds me of.
Okay, that's fair.
And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Now, granted, I'm not basing this off of.
Hey, man, I don't worry, Agent Lo-Fi. I've got
Hey,
it covered.
I'm not talking smack. I'm not talking bad. I'm just making a casual observation as someone who doesn't know anything.
Okay,
It's
this
within the boundaries of respect.
that's fair.
That's all I gotta say.
This 6-man here, this is like the ultimate in good versus the ultimate in bad, in my opinion, because Templario, Neon, and Flip Gordon are great, and I love all 3 of them. Of course, as everybody knows, Templario is my baby daddy, and then in the other side, it's just who is just crazy. I freaking love him. Just freaking insane. And then, of course, is right there with him. But our favorite caveman, though, Barbaro Cavanario. Oh my God, he is brilliant. Talk about just overall everything about his character, about him, his person is just brilliant. He's one of our treasures. So yes. Now this match was was my favorite match of the night, only because, well, it's personal reasons. But anyway, mainly because Templario and Hechicero were there. And they're 2 of my absolute favorite wrestlers in Lucha. Neon, of course, I love as well. I love all 6 of these guys, really, because any mixture of these folks, and I'm there with you. So, but this was my favorite only because, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It just felt good. And I was loving. I just thought I was like, yes, give me more of this, and I'm good. And That's why I was saying the other match was a very close. It's just like this has got my man's in it and my favorite villain. I think it is like my favorite Rudo of all time. My absolute favorite. I know there are other ones that are pretty badass as well, but I ever the very since the very first match I ever saw him in, I have just loved him. I was like, God, he's just so it's easy to hate him. That's what I love about him. God, it's so easy to hate him. So, but anyway, yeah, I love it. This was my match of the night because of, it just felt good. And if that makes me wrong, then I'm wrong.
And let's see. I'm guessing this is for Friday.
Holy crap. Mystico and Teo are going against each other? Oh my God. So this is Friday on Thursday. See what we have. A match from Lampago. We have Stigma versus Akamura. Oh my God. Another good one. Akamura. I love Akamura. God, I love that man. Tag team match is a Futuro and Valiente Jr. versus Magnus and Jr. That'll be a good one too. That's what I thought. That's what I was saying. Oh, wait a minute. There's something about this. Mikey was telling me about it. Triangular de Gran Atlantis versus Ultima Guerrero. He's another one who I absolutely love. That'll be fun with a little bit of Atlantis thrown in there. Mano a Mano Mascara would be a good one. And then we have Atlantis Jr. versus Soberano Jr. versus yeah, that's what I thought too. Because Mikey and I were talking about that. That's funny. And then of course the Sensaciono Mano a Mano Mystico versus Tim. Wow, that is a hell of a lineup. Okay, well, all right then. Whoop, whoop. Oh,
That is pretty much it. Obvious.
yes, it is. Oh my lord. Yeah. And Mascara Dorada, man, that's gonna be it's gonna be so good.
All right. Well,
Oh yeah.
as we
Yeah. That's why Mikey didn't really give it to us.
Mikey's like, "Hey, you're gonna do great. Go on." I'm like,
Yeah.
"What?"
Get through the highlights and you'll be good. Which I think is kind of humorous that it's, two white guys talking about a bunch of brown folks. I mean,
See,
that's
it
really
it
funny.
it, it is definitely. I love. Okay, so I always love a all women any type of wrestling event because I always know that the women are going to show up and show out every single time because I am a big supporter of women in wrestling.
Yes, we are too. Yeah.
And it's like I just and I want them to stop getting put on the lower pedestal when it comes to the male counterparts. Now, granted, I don't know if this happens as much in CMLL, but it does in WWE, so that's where I'm getting my bias from.
The Amazon and CMLL, they are primo. It's I mean, what the sad thing about a lot of that, and Mike and I have talked about this multiple times, is the fact that Western style or American style wrestling, it's a man's world. Most of them are run by men, they're programmed by men, and so women are more show than substance. And that's not all programs. Like TNA's pretty good about putting their women up front. WWE is not. They're just bad at it
They're
because
very bad at it.
WWE has been so masculine machismo forever. I mean, since its inception, which is fantastic. See, this is why I love CMLL because they literally like these women. These women could whoop these men easily. Some of these women could like destroy them. And I always say that I wish American wrestling companies would take on sort of the training of like the lucha style. I think that all American wrestlers should go and wrestle in Mexico and learn this style of wrestling because it's so much. And I don't know, honestly and truly, I wish an American company would take their lead from like CMLL and run their company almost identically, but on the American side of it. But I love the style. I like the types of matches we get with CMLL more than when we get with CMLL is more structured. Let me put it that way than American wrestling. It is. Because you have very much like these are the styles of fights that we're going to have tonight, blah, 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 blah. And I like that more than the sort of haphazard, let's just throw random, names in a hat and pick people type feeling that American wrestling has. So I love the fact that CMLL is very much about their women's wrestlers. Absolutely. Oh my God. Absolutely. That's why I'm like, if I would literally, Agent Lo-Fi, I would literally stop watching every other wrestling company in the world and focus only on CMLL if I could, because I absolutely love it. And you're right, it's second to none. And I really think that American style wrestling could learn a lot from them. I really do. So that's
A lot, because if you get a chance to go and learn as many different styles of wrestling sides of it, different pacings, different this, different that. And if you learn all this stuff, you can still apply it to your wrestling and the matches that you get to do. And it just builds more content. It builds greater stuff. And it's just fantastic. So, not really in conclusion, but in the spirit of yeah, we do talk too much. Even me, I shut up a lot, and I still talk too much. But let us continue on with the most important thing, which is making sure that you know where to follow us. Obviously, we are here on Twitch, YouTube, Kick. You can follow us on Instagram, on what's that damn Blue Sky Threads. Supposedly, I think there's a Facebook page. I have no idea anymore. I lose track. We're also on TikTok as well for now until we can figure out a better version of that. But coming up the rest of the week, we have tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, Mystery Wrestling 21.5 is going to be on the review board. JVL will be taking the lead. I believe Hefe will be there, and I'm supposed to be there, but I'm probably going to take the night off so I can rest. And then on Friday, El Jefe will be back with the TNA crew at 10:30 p.m. Eastern and 9:30 Central and 7:30 Pacific to review this week's TNA, and they will be doing predictions for TNA No Surrender. One very important thing, folks. If you want to support us, please donate to our Ko-fi. That helps us keep the lights on, helps us get Mikey better internet so he's not always freezing, and keeps us rolling and doing more stuff, because sometimes subscriptions are expensive and you can only share so many times with each other before they catch on. But Papa Oso, thank you so much for allowing me to jump in on this evening with you and have a great conversation. And CMLL ain't cheap. WWE ain't cheap. Like freaking, I have right now. I have Paramount Plus, Apple, Peacock, Hulu, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, and I think one. No. Those are the only ones I'm paying for, because I have ESPN. Because ESPN, Hulu, and Disney Plus are all bundled into one. Peacock and Apple are bundled. This is its own thing. And the only reason I got Paramount is so I could watch Starfleet Academy, because I don't care what anyone says. I love that show. I love everything that they're doing so far. I love the nods to the previous shows, how they're building their own continuity, and all the little tidbits thrown at it, and the way they're challenging the traditional mindset of everything in Star Trek. So moving a little bit forward so that way we can get out of here in pretty much record time, my good sir. Thank you again for letting me join you. Thank you, CML crew, fans, for allowing me to be a part of this. I probably will try to, and I say try with a heavy try, to watch future episodes, but most likely I'll only be for filling in. So remember, folks.
Thanks to Agent Lo-Fi as well.
Oh, and you know what? Yes, thank you, Agent Lo-Fi.
That's fair. You can blame it on me. I'm good with that.
No, I don't want to blame my photo. So I'll blame Mikey. He's not here. Although I think he might be listening in, and if he is, you didn't hear that. But remember, love one another, take care of each other, stay biconic, and always remember you can to finish. You're always allowed to finish your story, or whatever Mikey always says. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's gonna happen next time? Well, you're gonna have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.